Hello and welcome to another What's Inside. Today we're looking at Milton Bradley's Pop O Matic Headache. This is Milton Bradley, of course, is the key to fun, but this is aimed at ages 5 and up. It's product code number 4709 for Milton Bradley collectors. This came out in 1986 and it features a system similar to Trouble. And the main goal here is to stack up the cones, and it's got a reverse of the inset where you put the pegs in. These pegs go over, these little cone things go over these pegs. So the instruction sheet is on the back of the box. So you need to have the box in order to really get the vibe of how to play. You get one plastic game board and 16 cones. The cones are actually in 4 colors. So we're going to see that right now. So here's our game board. It's got 2 dice in there. One's regular D6 and one has color on it. It's got a red dot on there. And much like the Trouble game, it's got the metal piece underneath, and you push down on here and it would make the pieces jump. So I don't know if this is... It doesn't work anymore. So you've got your green cones, and each one has its own little area, of course. You got your blue cones, red cones, and yellow cones. And there's 4 of each. I'm actually missing one of the blue ones anyway, but you're supposed to be able to press on here and make it pop. This one doesn't want to work because, well, why would it want to? I'm filming. So otherwise, there's nothing particularly special about it other than the one die has a red dot on it, and the other one's just a D6. So the board tends to be kind of beat up. These cones usually are lost. These are a little harder to replace because they got lost from a lot of boards. And this is just kind of stuck on here. There's nothing really there. It's starting to warp and discolor, which happens, but this is only from 86. I expect that more from stuff from the 70s, but this is a fairly low-end plastic, but the plastic's held up pretty well compared to the paper underneath it. So you want to make sure you've got 4 of each color. Like I said, these are probably going to be a little harder to replace than other aspects of games like this. You could replace the die, even the underneath board, you could probably figure out a way to replace that. But not being able to pop this is a big deal, and missing any of these is going to be a real big deal. But this not popping is kind of critical, so you want to figure out that. I know you can repair these. You have to take the bottom off, which is a little bit of a delicate procedure most of the time, but they can come off. You probably have to look online for instructions. I'm not given those. So yeah, that's really about all there is to the game. There's not a lot of pieces here. Just make sure that the bulb piece pops the dice and that you have the box so you have the instructions. The cones you could be able to replace, but that's probably going to be a pain. Probably not financially worth it, but if everything's here, it's a lot like playing Trouble. It's just a slight variation on those rules where you try and get on top of the other cones. So all in all, it's a decent game. It just requires a little bit of maintenance and care. So you'll want to look everything over and make sure it's in good shape. And make sure the box is in decent enough shape. This one's breaking and discolored. So you'll want to be able to see the instructions or find them online. I don't think they've re-released this in many, many years. So it is a fairly old game at this point. So be aware of its possible flaws. But that is what is inside. It's a good game. It's a lot like Trouble if you've played Trouble. Kids do like this type of game typically, but if you can get your kid to play board games, you probably have fun playing this. But that's just my take. As always, thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss future unboxings and reviews. And we hope to see you on the next one.